A volcanic awakening, Tatler. A mild awakening, Francis Wheen. The Tory party on its feet, Stella Tilliard. No political significance whatsoever, Michael Foot. A warning shot to the government, Douglas Hurd. On Sunday, September the 22nd last year, the Countryside Alliance did what the Chartists, the Hunger Marchers and CND had all failed to do. No cause before the Countryside March had ever brought 400,000 people onto the streets of London. Of course, we were there.
Whistle's on, £1 the whistle.
Just past the other one in the other direction.
200,000 people have already finished the march. That's far in excess of the number of people that registered to come on the march. It must be at least half a million. We're just going to go now to Blackfriars Station to try and meet up with the Orchestra NFU. Although whether we'll manage it, I have no idea because, frankly, it's a very big crowd. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Hurd, you would like one of those, sir. A legal challenge to Parliament's power.
Where are you from?
I've just retired as Bishop of Bedford,
Right.
part of St Albans, and I'm marching, or have marched. I've been a very good boy. And
Well done.
very good. And when I went through, it was just on 200,000.
Yes.
It was marvellous. And the reason I'm marching is because the last 9 years of my life as Bishop has been very much tied up with people in Bedfordshire, the farming and the rural communities. And they don't have exclusive monopoly of being poor and deprived, but there are an awful lot of people who've gone through very hard times. And my privilege as a bishop was to try to serve them and to be with them, and that's what I've been doing today and met lots of friends.
Oh, that's marvellous. Thank you very much
Pleasure.
for talking to us.
Pleasure.
Thank
Okay.
you. Take care. What a nice man. Trying to find the Oxfordshire box sound, but we can't find them anywhere. There's too many people. Isle of Wight, we've seen Inverness, Carmarthenshire, Shropshire, but not Oxfordshire. They must be here.
£3 a badge. All proceeds straight to the Countryside Alliance.
What are you selling, sir?
The battle button badges.
Do you work for the Countryside Alliance then?
I work for the Beagle, for the Forest District Beagles, who have organised these badges to be sold today. Last time we had the march, we raised £86,000 for the Alliance. This time we're hoping to do £150,000.
What do you think the balance is here today? How important hunting versus farmers' livelihoods?
The gold seam right the way throughout. Everyone that's here is hunting. It weaves the whole community together, be it farmers or the producers who work in the land. I mean, we all see ourselves as guardians of the countryside, and so you have to have every part of the countryside interwoven. And the moment you take out one part of the web starts to break up, and that's really where we're struggling.
How do you feel about being in London today?
I've lived in London for a couple of years. I'm very pleased to be back in the north now, I tell you, but I don't mind coming in for a brief weekend.
Mud under your feet?
Absolutely.
I'm not sure I believe him, but we'll find out later. We're joining the NFU later. I don't know if it is, but there are a lot of hunting banners here. A lot. It's very vocal, it's very prominent. 1,000 every minute. According to that lady up there, 1,000 people walking past every minute. The actual concerns which had brought this passionate crowd out of their villages and fields were sometimes difficult to grasp. Support for hunting saturated the streets, but while to ban or not to ban is a clear debate, just what needs to be done to help the desperate state of Britain's farming is much harder to pin down.
Well, I've come to support all of the countryside and tell Mr. Blair that it's time he saved our countryside for future generations. We're getting no prices at all for our milk. It's 31p a litre, that pint on the supermarket shelves, and we are just getting 15.6 a litre. So that is about 6.5 pence a pint.
So you're finding it difficult to make a living from dairy farming?
We're going.
You're going?
None of us left much now.
Have your family been farmers, or are you?
Yeah. 3 generations.
This is Virginia. This is Virginia. This is Bill.
Yes.
I
Bill
shouted.
Warren.
You said 1,000.
This is John.
Oh yeah, and I said people.
It's about 1,000 people a minute,
I said
approximately.
1,000 what?
I said people, not boxes.
Oh, 1,000 what? Over 1,000 a minute. And you're from the NFU in Oxfordshire?
Yeah, Berkshire, Buckinghamshire and Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
I'm Deputy County Chairman.
What are the people shouting about?
Well, the people are shouting, obviously the hunting thing is a part of it, but there are farmers, there are farriers, there are the whole canaff of it, if you like, of the rural business infrastructure is just collapsing.
And what specific issues would you like the government to listen to you on? What would you like to change?
Well, what I'd like to shout, I mean, most farmers, we don't want more money, but what we want the government to do is fight for us in the European Union. At the minute, they just seem to roll over and do nothing about regulations. Look at the BSE regulations, and we've just seen in the last few days, carcasses coming in from Europe still with their spinal column attached. Now, what would happen if that happened in a British abattoir? Can you tell me? Or you can probably guess, viewer. That it would be absolute. It would be an absolute mayhem. So, I mean, it's one law for one and one law for the other. You know.
I feel the standards are higher here.
Without doubt, but we're just losing so much money. I mean, dairy farmers are going out of business like you wouldn't believe. So are pig farmers. Arable farmers are finding it harder and harder to keep going. Young people are coming so dispirited and demoralised, they're just leaving the industry. And can you not understand that if the farm's not making any money, and say the father or whatever is hanging on so his son or daughter can take it on, and they're earning, listen to the crowd, and they're earning so little money, what's the point of carrying on? The British farmer is being paid so little for his product, whether it's milk, cereals, pig meat, lamb or whatever, is that by the time the middlemen have taken their bit out and by the time it's got onto the supermarket shelf for the public to buy, very little of that money has actually gone back to the farmer. Most of the money has been absorbed in the middle. And what British farmers are desperately trying to do is to move the whole game forward and actually say to the British public, look, this is what we're doing. We're complying with every regulation to the T and we're losing money. Why? Oh, I'm proud of my farm. I'm absolutely proud to be a British farmer. But that only goes a certain way, because when the bank manager comes and says, well, what are you going to do about this? And what are you going to do about that? And you say, well, I'm doing my best. And he says, well, if you're a businessman, why the hell are you still in this game?
None of us can live without food, can we?
None of you can live without food, but the real choice is if British farmers go, there is no choice. You will have no choice. You will have to accept food from anywhere in the world. If it's contaminated, you won't have much say in it. You either buy it or you don't buy it. With British, not starve, but if you have British farmers, at least you can approach us and say, look, oi, we don't think you're doing it right, and we have to explain ourselves. But if we're not there, who are you going to ask?
The UK is over 80% self-sufficient in food production, but we are experiencing the deepest agricultural recession in living memory. Farm incomes have fallen every year for the last 5, culminating in a 72% drop. In 1 year, 1999 to 2000, farm incomes fell by 29%. Job losses too have been immense. Over the past 4 years, sterling has risen by 37% against the euro, meaning that imported food is much cheaper than homegrown. The lion's share of profits on food are being claimed by supermarkets instead of farmers. BSE, Foot and Mouth and country homes sold off to urbanites desperate for some peace and quiet. The wholesale loss of our songbirds, pollution of our rivers and closure of rural services. The problems, and therefore the solutions, are complex. One of the things that you don't like to see happening in the countryside?
I don't like to see friends who are farmers doing extremely badly. I don't like, you might have noticed if you walked up and down, there's not one piece of litter anywhere near this market. And there are probably, 400,000 people here, I should think.
Yeah. That is incredible,
I live in the country. I mow the verge for about 100 yards outside my front gate. When I mow it, I pick up dozens of things that have been thrown because people don't understand it.
So you
They don't
feel it's
understand how to
about-
be civilised either.
You feel it's about being civilised, about principles, about
I,
care and consideration.
well, you're putting words into my mouth, but it's partly about that. It's partly about people interfering with things they don't understand.
So are you a farmer?
No,
Do you work in
no, I have
rural
been.
industry?
No, I'm an accountant.
Are you?
Yes,
But you love the countryside.
yes, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Thank you very much. You're eating your pork pie. That's a very traditional.
That's all right.
Pork pie and English, British
Well,
tomatoes.
with an easy
no
thing
doubt.
to put in a pocket and turn upside down.
What's your name?
My name is Bill Church.
Bill Church. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm Sasha Norris.
Right.
Thanks,
Okay.
Bill. So what's your name?
My name is Rona Hamden Mort.
And where are you from, Rona?
I'm from Wiltshire.
Right. And why are you here today?
I'm here today because I want to support the countryside and especially the farmers.
And you live in a rural area, do you? You live in
Yes,
the
I live in Wiltshire, so I came up this morning.
And what do you see going on in Wiltshire that you'd like to change, or you think?
I don't want to change anything. I love it as it
You
is.
love it as it is, and you'd like the farmers to be able to carry on
Yes, I do
doing
indeed.
the job they're doing well.
Yes, and you doing your little job well too.
I'm putting words in your mouth, aren't I? I'm sorry, Rona. Well, thank you very much. Are you here with a group? Are you here with a group of people today?
Well, I've lost
I
them.
don't want you to be lost. That's
No,
what
I
I'm
am
thinking.
lost,
Are
so
you
I'm already lost. So
Do
I'm
you
going
want
to
to stay
find
with
my way
us,
home.
Rona?
Oh, please,
Yes,
may
stay
I?
with us. Yes.
Can I come home with you?
Yes,
Oh,
you can. Mind you, we live in Oxford.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'll walk
So,
there.
all right, it's quite rural.
Yes.
You know, it's easy to get into the country from.
Oh, wonderful. That's for me.
But seriously, do you need some help?
No, I've
We've
got
got
everything written
Oh, hang
down
on.
there. I'm trying to find a loo, and I've been desperately looking for a loo all day.
Rona's lost her family. We have to find them. Oh, hi. I'm with Rona, who's in your party. My name's Sasha. New Covent Garden Flower Market.
Yeah.
Map here, look.
Yes, there is there, and then what about this one?
Okay. New Covent Garden Flower Market.
Ronnie Pettifer. Have you
Okay.
ever heard of Julian Pettifer?
I have.
Oh, I'm Ronnie Pettifer.
Are you his
Well, he's a cousin of mine.
right?
Yes.
Okay, and you've been on every march?
I've lived in Eden, EYDON,
Yes.
for 82 years. Past 6 years during the war.
Right.
Oh, don't bang on about that, Ronnie.
But anyhow, we're fighting for democracy.
Don't bang on
We're
about
fighting for freedom.
Answer her questions.
We're fighting
He's
for
all right.
freedom. To do what we want to do.
Why does it matter to you so much, hunting?
Huh?
Why does it matter to you, hunting?
Well, it's our heritage. I was 17 and a half during the war when I was driving a tank at Tobruk against a very crafty fox, Rommel. Do you know that? And I didn't do that to be told by Mr. Blair that I couldn't go hunting or ferreting on Boxing Day or any sport.
Have you been done it every year on Boxing
Every
Day?
single year. Yes, of course. And our farming industry.
What about the racing, Ronnie?
Rural and racing. No hunting, no racing.
Why not?
Together.
Do you want to just explain why not?
All the jockeys, jump and flat, come out of the pony club, hunting.
That's where they learn.
Absolutely.
That's their training.
If there was no hunting, there'd be a great reduction in our bloodstock and racing industry in Britain. And the Treasury would know it, but the betting public, the punters in the cities and towns, they should be more aware of what might happen if Mr. Blair stopped hunting. You've seen history made today.
He's right. Thanks, Matt. This is Matt Ware. He's representing the other side of the march today. He's from the... Is it the...
NFU.
South East or...
Berkshire, Buxton, Oxfordshire.
NFU. I mean, do you want to You don't really want to summarise the issues here, do you? You want to go...
No, should we carry on?
Should we carry on?
Let's carry on.
But we would like to talk to you about...
That's fine, yeah.
Like
if we carry on and join, because the two marches merge in about half a mile.
Okay.
And then it'll be crazy.
This is the DEFRA head office. Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. No farming in the title anymore. They're taking the farming out. Not very popular.
Tony was excellent.
So here is where the two, what they've attempted to do is to separate the marches. The farmers that were fighting for their livelihoods have said, people criticised the march because they said lots of people were here, but they weren't here to support hunting. But the hunting lobby had actually argued that everyone was here for hunting. So what they've done this year is they've separated the marches into two. One for livelihood, which is trying to support farmers and their incomes, and one for pro-hunting. And it's here that the two marches converge. And it's mayhem. There's a lot of people here. The guys are from the Cotswolds, and this one, Get the Oxford Channel, even though he's not in Oxfordshire. What's your name?
Which is Ross Kent.
He recognised me.
Hey, she's famous.
Okay, so why are you guys here then? You're all wearing your
Tetrapodon tops.
which I find difficult to say, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No, it's not.
We're here to support freedom to carrying on and to believe in
It's
what
a way
you
of
want to
life.
To support our human rights in the countryside, to do what we want, without the townies deciding what we can do.
So you all hunt?
Thank you.
Why
Yes,
do you
we do.
like hunting?
It's brilliant. It's a great day out. So it's brilliant people, and you just sort of charge around the countryside, really.
What would you say?
Try not to hurt yourself.
What do you think you don't? What do you say to people who say it's cruel?
Have they ever been hunting?
You have no idea.
Never seen it. The fact that all of nature hunts, the fact that we hunt is not no more cruel than nature. You can't say that nature's unnatural.
Brilliant. Okay, thanks very much. Anything else anyone wants to say?
We should all have the right to choose as well.
Yeah.
Definitely what we want to do. I don't think they realise the consequences of what will happen if hunting, shooting, fishing is banned.
Now you are a farmer, is that right?
I'm young farmers.
Young
yeah.
farmers.
Yeah.
You're a young farmer as well. Somebody else under the age of 70. Sorry.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
Leicestershire.
Right.
Yeah.
And you farm in Leicestershire?
We have horsed ourselves, so I mean we hunt naturally. So I mean the consequences for us would be terrible. Really would be terrible.
What's your name?
Christina Lewis.
Okay, thanks very much, Christina. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Later.
Bye.
Look out.
Good day.
Thanks very much.
Give it to me.
George, can I borrow your phone again?
Yeah, play the horn.
Play the horn, I think it is.
A bit intimidating today to be on the anti-side, your organisation that goes and tries to interfere with the hunt and stop it sort of happening. There's a lot of people here, aren't there, supporting hunting. How do you feel today?
Not at all intimidated. These people that are here today are the cruelty of this country. They are the battery farmers, they are the live exporters, they are the people who are poisoning the rivers and killing the fish, they are the people who are injecting animals with antibiotics and growth hormones. These people believe in cruelty and we do not. No matter how many of them march, they will never shake our passion. And we are anti-cruelty and nothing will stop our point of view.
And do you think that the country is behind you? Do you think most people are in agreement?
Definitely, yes. I mean, we've had an awful lot of passerbys today. You only have to look at the graphic pictures of animal cruelty, fox cruelty, stag cruelty on our posters. Most people are absolutely shocked by the reality.
What do you think about the music and the pomp and circumstance and all that?
I think it's ridiculous, quite honestly. If they have to do this to justify animal cruelty, something is very wrong. That is what this is about, animal cruelty. And to the majority of the people in this country, it is unacceptable. The people have told their MPs they want it to stop. The MPs have voted twice now, and they will vote again to stop cruelty to animals.
So you're confident that there will be a ban on hunting?
Absolutely confident, there is no doubt about it. Cruelty to animals in this day and age is unacceptable. Bear baiting was banned, cockfighting was banned, and now it is time to ban fox hunting.
It's really one positive feeling because everybody's on their own, stuck on the farm normally, and here they're together. They realise they're not on their own. Everybody is sharing the same problems, and they realise that there's a lot of comradeship out there, a lot of power, and hopefully a force for change.
It's a really extraordinary thing that all these people have come from little places all over the country and sort of converged on London and are now marching on the same roads. It is extraordinary, isn't it?
I mean, farmers have always thought of themselves as stuck on their own. Nobody's listening to them. Now they realise there's a lot of people together. The biggest march since the Peasants' Revolt, a new Peasants' Revolt, and it's a positive thing.
There's a bit of the peace of the countryside here, though, isn't there, in the people?
Yeah. I mean, there's no mess, there's no violence, there's no litter. They won't have any trouble clearing up afterwards. They said after the last march that they actually cleaned London up by going through rather than making a mess.
And there's no aggression or...
No, it's not
dignified, I would say.
Yeah, it is dignified. Just been counted. I think I was number 370,606 or something like that. Oh no, 347,150. Totally wrong. What number were you, Matt?
346, something or other. Yeah, I don't know. How they count it. It's unbelievable.
1,000 people a minute, apparently. That was 350,000 people coming through. Cheered everyone up. 407,491 people marched that day. What effect did they have? On the 13th of December 2002, the government launched a new agenda for sustainable farming with £500 million in financial support. A future edition of Wild will ask Oxfordshire farmers their reactions. Hunting is due to be voted on in the next session of Parliament. Tony Blair, U-turning on his promises, is backing a compromise bill which will licence hunting. Over 100 MPs have said they will vote for a ban. Whatever the outcomes, we can all be sure feelings will continue to run high